Hello and welcome back to Family History Project Magazine. Got lots of cool stuff this month. And as you can see, I'm flying solo. Evidently, Michael went to the library one day last month and nobody's seen him since. So if you see him, tell him to call. No, he'll be back next month. So let's get February 2019 off to start. I'm proud to announce our Family History Project Person of the Month this month is my grandpa, Shelby Adams, 1890 to 1971, son of John Frank Adams and Martha Harrington. Grandpa Adams, this month is for you. Love you and miss you. All right, that's that. Let's get going with February 2019 Family History Project.
It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's a great day. That's what we say. Happy birthday to you. Birthday. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's a great day.
Okay, so here we are back with our image as we left it last month. If you remember, we had done our color correction, our major color correction, which left us with some issues, namely these purpley green splotches here and some dust here, and a couple other things we want to fix. So this time we're going to go over a brand new tool in Affinity Photo, and it's called the Inline Painting tool. Now, if you've done any photo editing at all on any software, you know that they all have Clone Stamp tool and the Healing tool. Well, Affinity has a brand new tool that's way more powerful than all of those combined, and it's called the Inline Painting tool. So before we start to use that, what we want to do is we want to create a new layer to do these corrections on. So we'll come over here and we'll click on the Add Pixel layer icon, which will add a pixel here. And we want to change this name to Repair. Okay, so that's our Repair layer. So to get to the Inline Painting tool, we want to go over here to the toolbars on the left side, and we'll go down to this one here. Nope, that one here, where you have your normal healing brush, your patch tool, blemish removal, red eye removal tool, and the brand new In Painting Tool Brush tool. And we want to click on that, and up at the top we want to leave most of this the same, except we want to change the harden way down, maybe 5 or 6%. We want a very soft brush when we do this. And we want to change the current layer here to current layer and below. Okay, now we can zoom in by pressing Control and the plus button to our picture. Pressing the space button will give us this hand so we can move around the image. And let's get this little guy over here first, this little piece of dust. And on Affinity Photo, just like in Photoshop, you can change the size of your brush by using the left and right bracket keys on your keyboard. This is much faster. So we want to make our brush a little larger than the image. And all we got to do now is just click and drag the brush over the image, paint it on, let go. It will repair the image. Boom. Gone. We got one here. We'll do the same thing too. Gone. Okay, here's a little white splotch we need to get rid of. Okay, and then we're going to increase the size of our brush a little bit. And you'll see all this texture in this wall. This is a plywood wall. It's got a lot of texture in it, which we want to keep the texture. We don't want to make this look like we've done anything to it. So we'll just click and brush over the whole thing and see what that gives us. Not bad. There's a little area here that looks a little duplicated, so we'll just paint over that. Okay, I'll live with that. There's another little area down here. Let's paint these things out. Okay, we've got another little splotchy area here. Okay, now you see what we did. I went a little too far right here. We want to get rid of that, so we'll do Control Z, back up a spot. We'll try this again. Okay, much better. And you just continue with your inline painting tool, changing the size of your brush as you need. In any areas you can see that did not turn out well, so we'll just repaint over it. A little bit more down here. And over here. There's a splotch here. Whoop. That's wrong. I meant to increase the size of my brush. Give this one last touch. And then we'll zoom out by pressing Control and the minus key. Okay. I see a spot right over here that we'll get. Control and the plus key. You notice you don't have to be as careful with this brush as you do with the clone stamp tool or the healing brush. And like I say, if something doesn't look right, just go back over and paint it a couple of dabs. Okay, here we have another little white spot we want to get rid of. Let me lower my brush size. Okay, that's gone. Little place here on the eagle we gotta fix. Okay, I don't like that. Lower the brush size. Yep, I live with that. Zoom out, see what we've got. A couple places up here on the ceiling top. Oh, there's a spot right there. You can spend a lot of time with this tool fixing little things. Go as far as you want it. Stop when you think it's ready, when you're done. When you think it's done, it's done. We'll zoom out, take a look. Okay, I can live with that. So the last thing I would do, well, one of the last things I would do is crop this, get rid of this extra unnecessary white border around. So we'll click on the crop tool, which is right here, and we get this image. And we just want to bring this down until we get rid of all the unnecessary areas that we don't want. Okay, press enter. And there's your image. Now, there's one thing that always bugs me about images sometimes. Nobody else probably even notices it, but if you notice, the image is going a little crooked here, and we can straighten that. Pressing on the crop tool again and go to the straighten tool over here. And we just want to draw a line across the area that's not straight. Okay. Then we can recrop. Bring these areas in a little. Bring this one down just a little more. There we go. Perfectly straight image. Okay. Remember, here's what we started with. Nasty. And here's with our color correction. And here's with our image repair. I would buy that. I would print that. I would be proud of that. So next time, we will start with a new image and a whole new set of issues and work with different tools over here. And some of the ones we've already learned we'll go through. So we'll see you next time. Bye.
And today's topic is census records. We're going to start doing the actual research and pulling your ancestors up in 1940. And one of my parents was on the census, the other one wasn't born yet, so she don't show up yet. But in that case, start with your grandparents. Look them up in the census records. And you've already gathered information, so you should have the dates of their birth and death if they are deceased. If they're still living, you can actually ask them where they were, if they knew where they were living in 1940, 1930, 1920, that kind of information. If you're not that lucky, you want to start with the census records. And you can actually go to a library or research center and actually look it on microfilm by state. The National Archives has a full collection. They have one here locally in Kansas City. Several other states. Salt Lake City, of course, they have all that. They also have it online. If you have Ancestry.com or Heritage Quest, your local library has a lot of online databases that you actually pay taxes for that you can use with your library card for free. I do a lot of that online that way. I can do it at home whenever I feel like it. If I can't sleep, I'm up on the computer. I'm up looking up census records or whatever. Looking that information up, filling in those gaps I don't have. So once you get the census records, you can actually know they were living there in that time frame and actually go and do more in-depth research to find more records because you know where their location is. And then you can go to the county or the city and find more information. So start with the census records. If you are fortunate to have the census records locally where you are, that's great because they have staff there that will help you with the census records. Different census records. There's also the agricultural census for the United States, 1850 through 1880. It's a really good source. The library has it. They do have it on Ancestry, but it is actually easier if you're, say, going through Morgan County, Missouri. You can actually pull up Buffalo Township if you know the township they lived in. with the census help. And we will talk some more later.
Okay, so that wraps up February 2019. Join us next time, next month, March. We'll be celebrating our amazing Irish history. There's a lot of it, a lot that I'm just now learning, so it'll be exciting. See you next time. Bye.